So Ronnie's joining us today. She leads an organization called Movement with a Message. And you're performing an incredible number on overcoming adversity and uplifting others. This performance will leave you wanting more. Are you guys ready? Awesome.
I just want to say that one of the things that I struggle with the most, especially growing up, was just being heard or even understood by my parents.
Yeah, that's right. By your peers, by adults, it can be really harsh. It can be a struggle to make yourself understood, and you have your own dreams and desires, but where does it fit in with what everyone expects of you?
So with that being said, we have a song about being misunderstood. You guys want to hear it? Yeah. All right. Let me turn up the beat a little.
Yeah, please turn up my mic a little bit too. Hey.
All right.
All right. Nobody gets all these feelings that I'm going through. Disoriented, eternally black and blue, like I'm marooned on a desert island, left outside. Everybody else is vibing, smooth on the surface. Inside I'm violent, self-destruct setting on my autopilot. Try to deny this internal riot. Telltale heart just won't be quiet. Can they all see? Do they all know? Are all my flaws really so visible? Am I tripping you? This is critical.
Yeah.
Subliminal messages crippling my flow. The media stream, self-esteem. Does the online community really love me? Perplexed by this complex system. Everybody's playing the victim. Nobody understands me. Nobody understands me. Nobody understands me. Nobody understands me.
Nobody understands what I'm going through. Feeling like a sober dude, stressed like I'm overdue for a little drink. I stop and think, do I use my anger or do I use the ink? Wish that I could just blink my problems away. If you would pick up, I would call him and say, Dad, why you such a workaholic? Stop it. I'm making me feel like a fly on the wall. I don't want your wallet. All I need is your attention. Maybe a hello or an honorable mention. But it ain't working out that way. And you're showing me that I ain't worth the play. I try and tell my friends and they just don't get it. Say it's not my problem and I should just forget it. But what do I do when I go home and I feel no tone from those I consider my own? I hang up cause there's just no connection. Relations are dead and there's no resurrection. Everybody thinks I'm on the right direction, but deep inside I feel like a rejection. Nothing else to do but say bye. Everyone that loves me left me here to die. Steadily, heavily, in my room I hide. So don't talk to me cause I'm busy with my rhymes. Nobody understands me. Nobody understands me. Nobody understands me. Nobody understands me. Thank you.
Little brother gets arrested, runs away, and disappears. I drowned myself in overachievement at university for years. I thought if I could be a star, I'd be your beacon in the rain. But every time I shine, it brings you jealousy and pain. I don't know how to love you, and I don't know how to heal. I remind myself the time between two breaths is all that's real.
Dear daughter, if you only knew how much I want to hold you in my arms. So much seems to stand in the way. When did this happen? When did this disconnect happen? I so want to break down my wall, but I don't know how. I don't know how to be the parent you need. All I have is the example of the parents in my life, and it wasn't great. I don't know how to keep my cool, control my tongue, especially how exhausted I am after working 3 jobs. It's hard when your father is so distant. I feel like I've made so many mistakes, too many. I blame myself. I feel so ashamed. I want you to know that I feel desperate. I'm lonely and I'm scared. I want to be better, do better. I love you. You're my everything. And I know I need to build your trust again. Please give me a chance. Love your mom. We are showing you some pieces from a show coming up called Rewritten. And the pamphlet is on your table. We produce theater work that brings up social issues to start conversations. And one of the conversations that we're starting up this year is who created you? Who created the person that we see right now? What environments and stories were written about you? See, the thing is that before you even came on the earth, your story was already being written. Your family lineage, where you came from, your socioeconomic status, your religion, those stories were already implanted in you even before you were born. Before these youth were born, their stories were written. They're in their mother's stomach. Oh, you're pregnant. Are you excited? No, I wasn't expecting this. I'm thrilled. We've been waiting for a child forever. How far along are you? What are you going to name your son? What are you going to name your daughter? The baby comes into the world, and all of a sudden the story continues to be told about that child. Oh, she's really shy. Oh, he's very active. Oh, he has oppositional defiance disorder. Oh, she has ADHD. Oh, they have anxiety. They have depression. Oh, what a good little girl. And their stories are written over and over, even before they're 5 years old. And then they go to school and they discover whether they are a good student or a not so good student. They either are understood at home or they're not understood at home. And these create the story already inside of their hearts. And so what we want to bring up this year with our show is this idea that we need to write better stories on the hearts of the people next to us, not just in the youth. When my son was 8 years old, my oldest, he has a diagnosis of anxiety and depression, and he wanted to end his life. 8 years old. And we're a pretty normal family, other than his mother breakdances. That might be a little different. My husband and I, we've been married for 19 years. I work in resilience. I should know all this. But when my son wanted to end his life, I couldn't figure out why. And then all I had to do was look at the story that was constantly being written over his life. He wasn't understood by his family. He wasn't understood by peers or teachers. And by 8, all those big emotions, he couldn't handle them anymore. And depression and anxiety for my son did not show up as sadness. It showed up as anger and aggression. I had to hide the knives in my house. It was so bad. And so when I brought him to the hospital, the psychologist asked me, what do you do with your son when he's throwing these fits of rage? I said, well, I send him to his room. And I tell him, when you want to be a good boy, that's when you can come out. And she said something so powerful to me. She said something that could change resilience and mental health. And I'll tell you something, it's changed me. And because it's changed me, the environment creator, it's changed my son, who is now doing wonderful. She said this, you never send the hurting away from you. You bring them closer. And so a lot of my work goes into how do we bring people closer? Because we know this, we're frontline workers. But I'll tell you, all the theory books and all the things that I've known for the last 20 years meant nothing until I brought my son home and he would be in the middle of that rage and I had to sit with him in the middle of his shit. And I had to sit with him and face my own discomfort and be willing to dive in and be vulnerable and take off my own armor and ignore the shame talk that was going through my mind and get real with him. So I could say, son, you belong in our family. Nothing is going to separate me from you in this moment. See, I was a frontline worker with crisis at home. There are many frontline workers with crisis at home, and we need to go back to what does it mean to bring ourselves closer, our families closer, and the people we're reaching closer. It's time to write better stories.
And we do that by the neurobiology of we. We begin to see one another again. We look into the eyes of the person at our table, and we see them. And we really see them. And we listen to their story, and we seek to understand. And so Alake is going to do something fun with you. When I first met Alake, he was a battle rapper. He still is. He can still kick anybody's butt in a battle rap. But he is going to demonstrate what an I see you looks like with a rap.
Can we turn that up just a little bit? Just a little bit? Yeah. A little bit more. Just a little bit. Perfect. Man, I gotta say this now. I just always felt so down. Swimming in sea of doubt, and I never really had no fucking lifeguard. Couldn't ever figure out. I could feel the pressure mount. Feels like I'm missing out. Just bet that every single day I tried hard. It's simply just therapeutic for me as I write. I'ma share everything with you shortly on this mic. Always was so anxious, looking back it was outrageous as I'm flipping through the pages in the story of my life. Angry and rigid when I was faced with indifference, and that's just what it really was. I know I admit this. You're finally understanding it, man. I know it had happened, and then you're gonna see that I had to follow my passion. I was volume 1, and it was substance. It was my story, and it was published. Tried to fight it, my mind was blinded. Listening to giving that story was fiction, and now it's just time that I rewrite it. Life is a story, and I'll set the stage. Tired of this part, I'm turning the page. Nothing worked out, it's all in due time. The manuscript was wrong inside of my mind. I was incorrect, now I just see why. That false perception, have it all revised. I was incorrect, now I just see why. That false perception. I'm the writer in my life, I'm a master and conquer. I can rewrite everything, doesn't matter, it's bonkers. I was my only difference and finally just understanding it. And then you're gonna see I didn't wanna be average. I had to do something, man, just to better myself. I wanted the power, man, as well as with all the wealth. And that's just what I felt within me, man, I felt I needed it. Finally understanding that, I felt like I was a genius with everything that I was doing, man. Yeah, I know that I'm searching. I was simply working daily cause I had to make it happen. Finally understanding me, man, I know that I had the passion, I just had to work at it. Man, I was like a crack addict, yo, it was simply crazy every time I just display it. You're finally understanding that I know I had to make it. I really had to change it, I completely rearranged it. So you're finally recognizing, man, that I know I had to take it. So here's the story and I'll set the stage. Tired of this part, I'm turning the page. Nothing worked out, it's all in due time. The manuscript was wrong inside of my mind. I was incorrect, now I just see why. That false perception, have it all revised. I was incorrect, now I just see why. That false perception, have it all revised. I just want to say that we all have problems. We all have difficulties. We all have challenges that we're going through. But the most important thing that we need to keep in mind when we're going through these challenges and these difficulties is that they've been placed in front of us for a reason. They're to make us better, they're to make us stronger, and we need those challenges in our lives. We can't be who we were meant to be if everything is easy all the time. If all we do is just see a bunch of sunshine and rainbows, it's not life, it's not real. And so, accept your challenges, embrace them, love them, because they're making you who you need to be in this world. Thank you guys.
Amazing, amazing.
Before we get this started, I'm gonna need some help from all of you guys, okay? I just need you guys to dig in your pockets real quick. Dig in your pockets and pull out anything you can find and just hold it up in the air, okay? Doesn't matter what it is. Just anything on the table in your pockets and we're gonna have some fun, okay? All right, we ready, homie, let's get it. Just hold them up, keep them up, just like that. All right, yo, here we go. When I say hip, y'all say hop, hip, hip. So check it out, I do it, I know it's really true. And then you're gonna see, man, I chew this gum for you. I've been looking at it now, I know I'm feeling Nancy. We got the strawberry, man, it's just a fruit candy. Trust me when I do it, I know I gotta swallow. And then you're gonna see, man, you know this thing is hollow. I know I gotta do it cause I rock it so well. And then you're gonna see, like this bottle, I'm just swell. I know I gotta do it right, man, I'm really at it. And then you're gonna see that I know I can't stop. And kinda like this thing, yo, I'm hard as a rock. I gotta really do this now, man, I'm really well known. Chilling right here, take a picture with the cell phone. Nah, man, I'm kidding. I gotta really spit the flow, man. Start recording, yo. I wanna see a video. This is what it is. I know I'm really at this. I'll put these on and I'll be a nerd with the classes. I really gotta do it. Understand? I gotta start. See, man, I gotta chill. Man, he gave me his car keys. Man, I gotta rip it when I did it from the start. Thanks for the keys. Where the hell did you park? Nah, man, I'm kidding. Understand? I gotta rip it though. Incredible. I do this every time I'm really in next. Looking at the chapstick, represent for fist tax. Yeah, I gotta really do it. Got the stint, and yo, he's really fresh, cause you know he's got the mint. I really gotta kill it, man. I know it happens soon. And understand now, I got the joy in this room. And kinda like this, I'm really simply about to pop, homie, just like the balloon. And know I gotta do it, then I know I'm feeling bold. And just like this balloon, yo, I'm in from the cold. I really gotta do it, man. I got their behavior. I kill it, it's in my nature. I don't know what this is, it's just a piece of paper. I really gotta rock it, and then you're gonna see me. And finally understanding that I know it's just too easy. Yeah, man, I do it, then I know it's too legit. Too legit, meant to say every time I spit. Got the sweet tarts, I used to eat this as a kid. And then you're gonna notice it, man, I'm just feeling better. Shout out to my homegirl, chilling in the gray sweater. I know I gotta rock it, I know I gotta stunt. Look at me now, man, I'm 18 months. And then you're gonna see it's got a picture on the front. A picture of a cartoon, yeah, I gotta fill. And look at this, yo, a damn $50 bill. I know I gotta kill it, I know I gotta spit. Think I'm gonna hold on to this for a tip. Nah, man, I'm really kidding. This is what I try to see. What the hell is this? Yo, your diary? I don't even know. I know I'm going wild. Better pay attention, cause you know I got the style. This is the beginning. Every time I gotta kill it, make some noise right now if you enjoy the freestyle.